on the same mud, not the green, not the same mud.
Welcome to 1 in a Million.
Hey. Truck to the plane, to the truck to the hotel lobby. Me, I go through underground garages, presidential suite on deposit, elevator up to the room, shower up and then we hit the club. Touchdown, gotta see what's up. Area code in my phone. What numbers do I still have? Who do I know from the past? Hit one, she say she got a man. Hit another one, it goes green. Must've changed foes on the team. Remember when you let me in between? That was 2017. All good, chug a look around. Find one to see my type. Damn, my dog and he know what I like. He done found me plenty in my life. Problem is I meet a girl tonight, then I go and treat her too nice. Galleria credit card swipes. I don't even know if she a wife, but I do know one thing, no. Women, they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday through Sunday, yo. Baby, I love you.
I'm making that back, come back.
One of one type of moments. Maximillion, baby.
Maximillion.
1 in a million. I told this motherfucker, bro, you 1 of 1. He said, nah, bro, I'm 1 in a million. Up and coming rapper, very creative, bro. I've been listening to your shit. That one song, got a honey bunch, put on a bitch. Dog, that shit is dumb, bro. That shit's crazy.
Yes,
like, no words. I was telling Parker, I'm like, bro, it's like a mix of Playboy with Ken Carson. Like, I can't even put a finger on it. It's different, bro. You know what it is? It's 1 of a million.
1 of a million.
That's all it is, brother.
Like that. Key that.
So, where can the people find you, bro? What's your IG?
I'm pretty much Xrarest everywhere, man. So Xrarest on IG. I'm type X, on TikTok, but really Xrarest boy on all platforms. If you look up Xrarest, you'll find it. And yeah, man, just out here getting to it.
Shit.
Want to say your shit, pXp?
It was good. It's pXp, producer, still in the making, but we here and we live, and I'm about it. I'm making beats every day, making shit every day.
Oh yeah.
Parker, you're already here, bro. Your beats are crazy, dog. That's all I gotta say.
Appreciate
Arman,
that, Brody.
put it down, my G.
Hell yeah.
Damn, Len Nagan represent out here.
Gumrezi, bro. Stepping stone. But nah, man, I mean, jack of all trades, as y'all know.
Type.
Been through it all. Steadily pushing, but we're here with the gang. We got X, we got pXp in the building. We got the folks in the back. I know Cam being stupid right now in the back.
Wait, they can hear us back there?
They can hear us. They're silent right now. Like, what are they talking about, bro?
Yeah, but I mean, you already know we're here with another episode. About to give y'all a hot take about some hot shit.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot of dope shit coming up.
Let's get into it.
We gotta really get into that.
Let's get into it.
So first and foremost, bro, another bulldog right here.
Hell yeah, man.
Here's the crazy thing,
I'm
bro.
repping.
See, Arman didn't even go to high school with me, bro, but everyone, like, bro, I was blowing shit up at BHS. So I'm like, bro, how did I not know you? We're in the same year.
We're in the same year and everything. I think, I don't know, bro. Like,
I'm dropping trash cans on vice principals and shit. You would think you would.
Yeah.
I would have seen you or seen one another, bro. But I'll say this. I do know your pops, bro. R.I.P. to him. God bless his soul, bro.
Thank you.
Legend.
Straight up, bro. Great guy. Great guy. I did meet him for sure. He was yelled at me a couple times for sure. Some dumb shit.
He would do that.
Yeah, real G, bro.
It was all for good reason.
Love.
It was all for good reason,
Coach
man.
Davis, man.
Yeah, man. I wear my dad on me everywhere I go. So
100%.
keep him on me.
So,
but yeah, man. I grew up in Burbank. I went to George Washington Elementary. I went to middle school a little bit down, but then I came back right for high school, and I was here for the first 2 years. And then once Coach Potts left, everybody on the hoop team left, right? So, but I wasn't really like in the mix for real. Like, I was just like, my whole vibe was different. Like, niggas had a flat top back in the day. It was definitely different. Like, my look was not the look I have now, But obviously, that's what growing does.
Exactly, bro. You change, you develop. So just a fun fact for the people who don't know, I am 1% African American. So legally, I can say it. I don't, and I also can have a high top fade, but I also don't do that either. I don't rock the high top fade.
Say that.
Type shit. But since we're talking about hooping, bro, dog, this is a question I've been pressing on everybody, everywhere, anytime. I hate these comparisons, bro. And I think you already know what comparison I'm about to bring up. We got Hoopster right here. MJ or LeBron?
There's only one answer. Me personally, I'm picking MJ.
MJ, for sure.
Parker.
Damn, man. But I do actually have to agree. I'm going to have to say MJ on this one.
Okay. And you know who I'm going to say? Were you saying something, bro? Continue.
No. Continue.
Kobe Bryant, bro.
See here,
if he was in the question,
if we're gonna actually talk hoop, real hoopers know, and this is nothing on Kobe's legacy, but Kobe learned from who?
Right,
MJ, of course.
And Kobe left with only 5. MJ left going 6 for 6. Kobe, I'm putting in the top 5 for sure, but when it comes to mentality, he gets it all from MJ. That killer mentality, you get it from the people that you look after.
100%.
Right? I mean, from. So, man, my dad, I was watching ESPN 30 for 30s my whole life, and I'm seeing all these things, and I'm watching, when this nigga plays against the Jazz, John Stockton, Karl Malone, you seeing when this nigga's going against the Pistons, like Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer. That's basketball knowledge. Some of y'all don't even know. Y'all niggas might be too young for that. But point being is, Kobe is a reflection of MJ, and was, but at the highest level. So I totally respect your answer because there's nothing to tarnish his legacy. He's a GOAT, but I think the GOAT is Michael Jordan.
Facts.
I feel you on that. The thing with Kobe though was mentality, bro. That's what I respected about Kobe. Yeah, MJ had it. Like you said, it's a reflection, right? But bro, Kobe was different, bro.
It's different when you're seeing it. Like you saw it.
We saw Kobe,
We saw it,
bro.
so that's why it's like we saw it, but
so it's different
it's
for
different.
me. It's different
It's
for
like,
you.
yeah, you're
different
right.
for
Yeah.
Arman, Parker.
You're right.
But it's like for our pops and shit when they were seeing MJ.
It's like, damn.
It's like, yeah, Kobe was good, bro.
I mean, I'm gonna say this, bro. MJ put fear in people. Okay, like
That's what they said, bro.
That man
Ran
was
the
like
court.
Jesus.
For
Like
real.
no one wanted.
They literally called him that.
Play.
Stephen A. called him that.
Ran the court.
Yeah.
Like the thing was, bro, and this is the thing. Like, I would say damn near like on regards of like fear versus like Larry Bird had that same type of like. No, real shit.
All right.
Here where I'm going with this.
Okay.
Larry Bird
He was
carried,
cold.
bro. Larry was the meanest motherfucker on the court.
He was cold.
Bro, he would talk shit to your face.
He would
He would tell you what he was finna do and then do it to you.
He was cold.
Larry
cold.
was one of the coldest white boys.
But what are you saying though?
But what I'm trying to say is though,
Okay.
like, that type of impact, people, I'm not saying didn't fear Kobe, they respected Kobe
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But nobody was out here fearing Kobe like they was fearing MJ. That is different. People was trying to go to head, like people was going after Kobe.
You know what?
You feel me?
I
like
can agree.
people were trying to like be
You're
like,
right.
yo, I'm better than you.
Because Kobe at his time was on a different level too.
Facts.
So
But like,
but
It's
bro,
debatable. I'm not gonna say that Kobe
break it
wasn't
down, bro.
feared.
I'm not a hoopster.
I'm
like
not
you
gonna say
guys,
Kobe
bro.
wasn't feared because look, I really hooped for like 16 years in a row. So I really like is more than just going to the gym and putting up shots. It's like the mindset. And like Kobe, my dad actually had the pleasure of being in the same gym as him at times. He would tell me how his mindset was different going to the gym at 5 a.m. Kobe in there, the star of the team, obviously, but before all of his teammates, he's there putting shots up, right? So not everyone can apply that same thing to them. Now, I do remember during that Olympic game when Kobe ran through Pau Gasol, niggas feared Kobe. You have to fear someone if you're going to. That's my own teammate. Keep in mind, Pau was Kobe's teammate, but now it's the Olympics, and Kobe like, I don't give a fuck if you're my teammate. On the court right now, we're not teammates.
Yeah.
And when he plowed through him, that showed to people, no matter how friendly you think they are, when it gets time to game time, Kobe not friends with nobody. So I can't say that Kobe wasn't feared. I think Kobe also was feared.
I agree with that.
where
But
do you think he gets that shit from?
you're right. But I don't think it's like a thing where people didn't fear him. And that's why I still will put MJ over him because MJ came before him. And he's also proven in other ways why he's been greater. He's proven that regardless on the team he's on, he can still win, right? he has proven at times that he could be a better teammate, I've heard, than Kobe at times. You know? So there's when it gets into the greatest of all time debate, we're also obviously not going to leave out LeBron.
Yeah.
You know,
LeBron's there, bro. You
My
gotta give
opinion,
respect to LeBron.
I'm not gonna lie. My opinion, LeBron is second. In my opinion, I say it goes Michael Jordan then LeBron because what LeBron has done longevity-wise has never been done, right? So you need to understand what it takes for a person to not only play 20 years, but then to put up 40,000 points.
And bring your son into the league. Like
There's things that people have never done that we can't say, yo, you just did that, and we're gonna take it away from you. But what I can't give him is the rings. Can't give him the rings. Can't give him the entire mentality.
So here's my question though. So everyone keeps asking who the GOAT is though, right? I feel like that's such a vast, like you can't really put a GOAT on something like that because every player I would say has damn near paved the game in such a different way. Because like if you look at Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry wins the ring this year, we're putting him in the combo.
Steph Curry, bro?
We're putting him in a combo. I don't give a fuck
Steph
what nobody
Curry
says.
for real.
has made this league an issue.
Yeah, and he changed it.
And he
Forever.
flipped it.
Yeah.
Not changed it. He flipped it, bro.
Curry's clean with it.
No one ever thought of someone being a threat behind the half court.
Yeah.
That is
100%.
insane.
That's a great play. That's a great
So
play.
like MJ paved the path for a lot of like killer mentality. You know, Kobe showed resilience in, you know, staying humble within your own game and understanding that you're still a learner of life. We're all life learners. You get what I'm saying? If you ever think that you're the greatest, you're shot. So like type shit, real shit. So like, but with LeBron, I guess you could give him his props, but like you also have this though.
Thank you.
Look at the eras that they're playing it. You feel me? Like I feel
So
like
would you say that MJ era was
for
harder?
Parker?
I'm gonna say yes and no,
We got
bro.
some in the bags. Hey, Javi, can you throw one of those waters to Parker, please?
I would say like bro, the generation back then was just a lot more physical than it is now. And that's where like players wouldn't really like be able to keep up. But skill wise, I think there's a lot more skill today than it was back then because the game is obviously grown.
It's evolved.
Exactly. It's
So,
evolving, bro.
The only way you could get better as a player is if your skill gets better. Because at that point, bro, everyone's jumping the same. Everyone's running the same now. Everybody's shooting the same.
Yeah.
So how are you handling?
And play
How's your
well.
IQ?
Yeah.
How's your ball playing?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Bro, like we played AAU ball.
Yeah.
Bro, seeing 5 white boys on the team was a problem.
Yeah.
We were scared playing 5 white boys because
like,
you
oh, we
knew
about
those
to go-
motherfuckers gonna be
We about to
fucking.
train, just train all over the place.
The
Just
fuck,
like,
you would think it's the other way around, though,
Nah,
now you're
bro.
like,
bro.
damn,
You see 5 brothers from Compton, you're like, fuck.
Nah,
that too.
That
too.
That's
Niggas didn't wanna
that's
get
just
dunked
like
on.
that's
That's what I'm saying,
athleticism,
bro.
bro. You getting dunked out the gym on that for sure.
Niggas ain't want to get
But
dunked
like,
on.
where, bro, getting dunked on.
I think with
I'd
white
much
boys,
rather get dunked on than get a 30
Ain't
round.
nobody dunking on your 7'3"
Well, I'm just
tall ass, bro.
shit. Nah, you see me get.
you got dunked on?
I got bro. Our
I said
first
it?
AAU game,
I don't
we
remember
played
that
2
shit.
white boys 7-footers, bro.
Oh shit!
And I thought I had it like that.
Yeah, no, you
I did
can't.
not.
You can't jump.
I did. Yeah, I
You can't jump on that. You can't jump.
I can't jump.
Bro, pretty
Like,
much
shoot. Watch your ass.
on all whatever we just talked about, bro. What you said, how you got LeBron second. I agreed with everything you were saying, bro. But that part,
Oh, LeBron second. Where would you put
LeBron
LeBron?
second, LeBron's third.
Okay, Kobe second. That's fair.
You
I'm
feel
gonna live with that.
but
I'm
you
gonna live
get
with that
where I'm
because
coming from.
I
without me
get where you're
saying
coming
it.
from because Kobe was sentimental to you.
But not only that, bro. It's Kobe, dog.
Yeah,
like, do we need to get
yeah,
into Kobe,
yeah.
bro? Like, it's Kobe, bro.
Nah, I
it's the
feel
black
that.
I
mamba,
feel that.
bro.
You're right. You're right.
That's
Come
different.
on, bro. It's
You're
like, here's the thing. This is how I think about it. If we were to throw LeBron and Kobe 1-on-1, let's get it, bro.
I'm personally saying Kobe. I'm saying Kobe. Just because
See?
I feel like
but
the
you
will.
got LeBron second,
No,
bro.
but for other reasons.
No, I
The
understand
40K, the
Yeah.
20 years, and plus the rings, and plus being able to win while having shit teams.
that. True.
Like,
But didn't he stay longer than who has longer seasons? Like they've played longer.
obviously,
in the-
Bron.
That's what I'm saying.
Obviously, Bron. But I'm still not mad at you putting Kobe second as your pick.
That's mine.
I'm not mad at that.
What about you? What's your top 3?
Honestly, I would probably put MJ, Steph Curry
Steph Curry?
at 2.
Wow.
That's crazy, bro.
Wow. I would not put him there yet.
I'm about to end
Bro,
this podcast. dog, right?
That's crazy.
This
Nigga
is
put
gonna
Curry
this is
second?
gonna sit in time. This is
Shout
gonna
out to
sit in
Curry
time.
though.
Shout
bro.
out Curry.
No,
Hey,
no, it's
shout
because he's
out,
not done yet,
This is-
bro.
this is
So-
gold.
He's not done yet.
But you're putting him second now?
I'm putting him second now though.
Are you
Because
like?
let me
trying
tell
to,
you this:
like,
who's gonna stop Curry?
I don't know.
LeBron
gang.
can't stop Curry.
I don't know, gang. Like he
Kobe
just,
couldn't stop Curry.
he just put
MJ will fuck. What,
but he need more rings,
bro?
to
And
be
he'll get
second.
him.
Uh-uh.
Give Curry the same team LeBron had. Give Curry the same team Kobe had. Give Curry the same team fucking MJ had. How many rings, bro? That man will rack fucking rings up. You gave him KD and he went and we ran that up.
It's true.
Bro, get the fuck out of my face. Curry is gonna be the best player ever.
Hey,
Because-
I can't hate a
because
Curry
this
fan.
is the
'Cause
issue.
My game was like Curry, so
Nah, this is the issue though. This is the issue, bro. The fact that you have to be guarded full court
yeah.
is a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Okay,
100%.
there is no other player that is a threat like that.
Yeah.
Name one.
That's true.
I'll wait. Exactly.
Should I say it?
Ray
Kobe
Allen,
Bryant,
back
dog.
in, back in the day.
No, I mean shit. Kobe
Nah,
Kobe
yeah,
had
bro,
to pay his
Kobe was a
respects to
threat all over
Curry
the place,
too.
bro. No, I've seen that. I've seen some videos, bro.
Hold on, we didn't even get into this until I kind of jump segments. How the fuck was Germany for y'all two? Because I have not been briefed, mind
That's
you. I'm not
what
even
you
trying to
are
change
about to
subjects.
bring
up.
I have no idea how
So-
Germany went.
Let me explain in depth because that's what this is for.
Gutenberg, please.
I'll give the ins and outs of everything. And it's
Was
basically-
Kanye there?
He don't even know
Was
how much
Kanye
I
there?
be yapping, but you do. So I'll like. You said wait, what about?
Was Kanye there? Because like the fans want to know.
No.
No.
Yeah,
We'll get to Kanye. We'll get to
Yeah,
Kanye.
yeah, it wasn't there.
No
But
cousins.
I'll explain this right now. Look, just for y'all to know, I don't be around like people that will like smoke cigarettes like often, right? Tell me why as soon as we hop off the plane, my nostrils just get blasted. Like I swear to you, like I'm in the airport and I'm like, is this legal? I guess it was. Here in Germany, in
Wait.
Europe,
What?
cigarettes everywhere is a common.
You smoke cigarettes in the
And,
fucking airport?
Nigga, there was an area for like a smoke port. Like
Beautiful.
just people smoking cigs.
All the full
Cheaping.
dads designated area.
Yeah, just cheaping.
I'm about to fly to Germany right now, have a cigarette, and come back.
No, literally, it was
Also,
crazy.
Security strapped up.
Oh yeah,
Like
but niggas
AR?
want AR-15.
Tight.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we got off the plane for a fully decked out MP5,
It'd be like the
attachments,
outside of
fucking-
America, bro.
Yes.
It'd be
Fucking
like the outside of
flashlights,
America.
bro. I was like, hell no.
So we as soon as we get there, man, it was like straight to productivity. You know, we the first 3 days we're in Frankfurt,
Mhm.
right? And we're staying with our boy Philip. Philip actually is the one who shot that music video, right? The
Yeah.
one for that song, Honey
The one that I
Bun.
fuck
Yeah,
with,
yeah, yeah.
Honey Bun.
Yeah. So he did not only shot that, directed it, edited it. He's a goat, right? And there was other people that was also part of that video. We're staying with him the first 3 days. Man, me and Parker are in studios like every day. We're in studios like every other day. And then the last day, we go to a place called Heidenberg, and we start shooting a music video. Crazy location, coming soon. That was to one of the singles off the tape called New Season. Bro, but on God, the first 3 days we're in Frankfurt, here's what's different about Frankfurt, right? You walk down the street, you know how like you'll go to Melrose or Sunset Boulevard and see like 10 bad females, but like they're going to the TikTok popular shop?
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine going to the local cafe, 10 a.m. on a Monday, and seeing 7 natural beauties. That's the difference. Is we were walking down the street, and I'm just taking pictures of random shit. I'm like, oh, I'm that much of a tourist to where there's just a random mom with having their kid in a stroller, and I'm like, I'm acting like brand new. Nigga, we walking, I'm like getting my steps in Thursday, 13,000 steps. I was like, I'm on it,
Yeah.
right? Nigga, we trying food and shit. We go to the spot. It's just tans walking past us, bareface.
Damn.
I'm like, you're not finding this shit in LA, especially
never.
bareface.
Yeah, no,
Like
you're not.
everyone always like thinks of like a stigma here. Like they got to be caked up. They got to impress the next nigga. Da da da. Woo, woo, right here, I don't give a fuck who you is. They just look good,
Yeah.
natural,
Mhm.
non-GMO. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's
Non-GMO is crazy.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
All
like,
organic, bro.
I'm like, that's my speed, right?
Pasture raised.
Exactly, right? So that was like just like a culture shock, you know, a little bit, is to realize that women there are just different,
Right.
right? Now there's another reason why they're different. I'm about to get into that.
Shout out to the Germans.
Except for this part I'm about to say. The second night we go to a club, right? This was not a good first German club experience,
Okay, oh shit.
right? And there's like 12 total probably women there. None of them are really pressure for real, right? And there was one though that was kind of pressure, right? And we're there, we're just getting settled in. Parker looks at me, he's like, yo, you might as well just get on that. Like, might as well, like we just got here. She like sitting over there, right? She like on her phone like this, staring at her phone. You know, like when you're walking towards someone, you can almost feel the energy if someone's walking in your space.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't feel shit. So it gets to the point where I'm standing right in front of her and she still don't. Like, she not noticing I'm right here.
They're just dogging her shit down like...
No, listen. No,
Staring at her in the
God, I'm right in front of her. The camera can see me, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna demonstrate real quick, right? Dead ass, imagine a girl going like this, getting your attention like that.
Okay.
Now imagine that's me, and I do that to the shawty, right? Because I was already in her space for like 0.6 seconds. You're not understanding I'm here. So I just politely did,
Yeah, like a little tap. What's cracking?
hey, like, excuse me. Guess what she said? She looked at me and said, you don't need to touch me.
Oh.
I'm like, damn right. Walk the fuck away.
I'm out, bro.
Walk the fuck away. I'm not gonna lie. She did that. I was like, oh yeah, no, like, I'm not shooting. Like, it gave me PTSD the rest of the trip to shoot my shot.
Right.
On God. Because in my mind, I came across not like aggressive, but to her, it was like, yeah, I don't know what the vibe was, but she took it as like a way of offense. And I was like, okay, that's how they coming off to like nigga like me.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be real reserved this trip.
Yeah.
That's how I'm thinking,
nobody.
right? So listen, that's how I'm thinking, right? Until I get taught some German, right? So next day, right after we in the studio, made some crazy songs. Shout out Tachi, shout out the other pros, in the studio. Made some crazy songs. We go, me, Philip, Parker, and then his girl, we walk in like the streets of Germany, wherever we was at. Now, a little bit different scenario. Now the camera following us, right? So also keep in mind, there's not many black people in like Germany. There might be in a certain area, but in general, it's not like America where there's niggas everywhere.
Right.
So already, a nigga with nice style, and then a camera, and then it's like two people with nice style, right? It's easy for people to be like, there's something called the German stare. There's something called the German stare. This German stare is a real thing.
Break it down.
Cold as hell.
This German stare, he might think it's cold. I don't really think it's that cold just because they're just not used to like niggas that like will dress like that.
From
right?
certain people, it can be cold.
From certain people. But like, I mean, I'm used to being stared at this point, so I'm like, I embrace it, right? But it's pretty much when like, no matter what the age is, they will look at you for like longer than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like they will keep that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And typically the face isn't a smile. It's not a smile. It's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Right? So one day,
Germans have that face.
while we're in Heidelberg still, right? We're walking the streets, woo woo, and keep in mind, now there's these two girls that are eating food, right? And me and Parker were walking. By this point, people are just looking at us, These two girls, they're looking at us and they're not stopping looking.
Oh.
And now I already got some German under my belt. My homies taught me to say, "Tu bist süß, dus hast schöne Augen."
What the fuck?
The fuck does that mean?
That
dog?
means pretty much, you got pretty eyes and like you look good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's what that means.
It's like you're cute. You got
However you just said it type shit?
Run
well,
that back.
I said it, butchered it.
Run it back.
probably.
Run that back. Run it back.
Du hast schöne Augen.
Parker, are you German, Parker?
A little bit,
A bit.
actually.
So you know how to speak it?
No
Oh, shit.
No. He do not know how to speak it.
Zichael.
He said, you know how to speak it? No, they didn't know how to speak it. Bro, I'll explain another story, funny ass story on the train. But anyways, I see him, I'm like, nigga, we might as well walk down, right? I walk down on it, I say, "Du bist süß, du hast schöne Augen," right? She looking at me all smiling and shit. She say some shit in German. I look at Philip like, what do I do? He like, she just said thank you. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, yo, you speak English? And she's like, yeah. So then we start chopping it up. And it was all good. Okay. We almost convinced them to come 3-4 hours away. They was about to take the train to come to the show.
That's right.
Right? Now, we start shooting a music video, That was a great day. Now, as we're on the train back, this is the funny scenario, right? That has to do with like the language shit. We're on the train back. Now, keep in mind, we trying to finesse this train, right? Because Philip is like, like, sometimes it's finessable. Like, like the metro here, niggas don't pay that shit, right? Think of like, this is like not the metro. It's like, because you're taking a speed train. So like, this is some shit that will cost money.
Conductors and shit.
But there's conductors, the niggas that's like, let me scan your ticket.
Yeah.
Bro, there's a nigga on God, like, a bald ass guy come up behind us and he starts saying,
It's like the most German dude.
yo, on God, I'm not even gonna lie, gang. I thought this nigga was talking gibberish. At first, he said something. And I said, what? Yeah, I was like, huh? And basically, Philip was like, yeah, this nigga's scanning shit. And this nigga was on dick. He was like, yeah, bro, you're gonna have to give it up in German. I'm like, well, talk to that nigga. Philip, translator. Don't talk to me. I don't got no answers, right? And then that all got figured out. Now we go to Cologne. Now Cologne is where they put us up in the telly. They put us up in the telly, me and Parker had a room, and I had a room. This shit was ill, right? Because as soon as we get to the telly, we setting up the music shit, right? Because we brought all of our stuff, all of our recording stuff. Bro, the first night, we get up in there, niggas feel like Wayne in '09. Like real shit, Wayne in '09, Wayne in 2010. When he was recording at either the Low or the Chateau, like he recorded an album for like Lil Wayne did some shit for Drop the World. We sent some shit up. I was like, bro, this is a crazy feeling right now because this is the first time ever that I went overseas, right? This is the first time ever that I'm in Europe and we're here on our own merit. Keep in mind, we're here on our own merit. You know, we're here using our hard work, earn money, you know, and now we're recording in a different country. It was a pretty, it was a surreal feeling because it's like to do what I love to do in the early stage, on the grind, in the journey. It was just like, damn, Lil Wayne being one of my biggest inspirations. It was something that I was like, yo, we gotta make a hit.
100%.
You know, so we made a hit and it's like Wayne in '09, I'm recording in the telly, you know, made a hit. That's like Monday, Tuesday. We tried different foods, woo. We had a couple girls come to the telly, right? Or something slight, right? Whatever.
Some slight.
Let's just talk about Wednesday, right?
Oh.
Wednesday is the show day. And I'll take y'all through my entire process. Think of Wednesday, Arman, you would know, game day, right? Wednesday is game day. If showtime, it's the same day as when you got a game at night, right? So the focus level is different. Now, if it's up to me, right now I'm in the stage where any place that I'm performing at, I want to record, do sound check, whatever, like rehearse at least a day or two before. That gives me all the comfortability to get all the tweaks and stuff for that Parker may want to try, I might want to try, whatever, right? So we don't have that ability in this trip, right? So it ends up being 9 p.m. on Wednesday. Philip come to the telly. I took like a pre-show nap, right? Then it's like, I'm really just amped to like make sure everything sounds good because it's my first time going to the venue. We go to the venue, right? And when we get there, at first the sound check not really sounding like, it's not sounding exactly how we want right away. I'm sitting just like this. I'm like, you know what? I trust this nigga with my life. It's gonna get figured out.
It's gonna
right?
be good.
It takes like 20, 30 minutes. Shit get figured out. It's like I do a couple takes, comfortable. I'm like, all right, say that. Now we're supposed to go get food real quick, then go back to the telly, debrief before the show. Everything in Europe is later than in America. So clubs really be active at 2, 3 a.m. When shit, we closing here at 2, right? So they was gonna have me perform at 2, right? Now, my homies who come from Germany, I'm gonna shout them all out. Sima, Leon, Golgi, Dave, Malik, Kenneth, shout out the gang. They pull up on us, Xrarest, S-Class, deep, right? Niggas thought, I don't know who they thought was in the telly, but it looked like someone was in this telly, right? We all mob out, we go deep. My idea in my head was I wanted to walk down, keep in mind the way that the venue was, it was like a 3-story, little bit odd type of venue, you know, where like there's a main area, but then there's a downstairs that's visible, and then there's an upstairs that you gotta walk downstairs, right? So it's like think of it as like a little bit like Nova.
Right.
But except you could see everything, way smaller, right? And we're getting ready, right, for the performance. So it's Wednesday. Oh yeah.
Game time.
Yeah. Right. We're on the way.
Nigga,
I'm hanging out the Xrarest. We taking shots for the music video. Now, imagine being even in Burbank and you see a random nigga hanging out of Xrarest with a camera following them. You're gonna be like, who the fuck is that? Now we in the streets of Cologne doing the same thing, but the streets is flooded, packed out.
Especially in Burbank, you know the Armenians are gonna be tripping the fuck down. Like, hold on, this guy on the car, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hold on, no, this is unsafe, bro.
Imagine that. So it's like, okay, we getting amped up. We get ready. We pull up Xrarest right in front of the venue, right? It was so funny because there's a girl that knocked on like the back left window. And my German home was like, yo, actually you got a visitor. And I thought he was joking, right? It's some girl, she come around to the front. She's like, oh, like, you mind if we take a picture? In my head, I was like, wait, really? Right? Because this is my first time, like, for real, like.
No, it's not.
Hold on.
It's not.
Is it because your ex, or is it because they just saw a black guy and they're like, we need to take a picture with this guy?
No, they knew I was performing. She knew I was performing.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
she knew I was performing. And you're talking about something different? This is the first time a girl for my show.
Bro, listen.
For a show?
Let me go on record to say this man is going to continuously say that it was his first experience.
For a show.
With the fan
For a
wanting
show,
to take a photo with him.
For a show.
I've had my
Okay, I'm
own
clarifying.
several experiences
This is my camera.
with people
That's
coming
good, though.
up
Hold
and
on, hold
asking
on.
for photos with
My
me.
G, it's
clarifying.
good to stay humble like that. though,
Exactly.
bro. Listen, at the end of the day, you know I make music too. We were just listening to each other's tracks. Down the line, bro, however it may be, the fans are what make us.
Yeah.
We make the creativity, we
Yeah.
throw it out. But if the fans don't fuck with it, bro, honestly, let's keep it real. Who are we? It's
Yeah.
like sometimes you got people who are fucked up to their fans. They're fucked up to the... It ain't right, bro.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
it's good to have that mindset, bro.
Yeah.
Always like loving, brotherly.
Look, I mean,
So that's
look,
what's
I'm gonna
up.
bring up the story real quick. I'm gonna remember where I am in Germany, but I'll bring up the one thing you're talking about. You talking about UCLA?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. This also was a trip for me. Or you want to explain it? You want me to
You
explain
got that. bro.
right?
Go
This
ahead.
was also a trip. We sitting courtside at the UCLA game, right? And were we even on the Jumbotron? Or this nigga just came up to us? A kid just came up to me and he was like, yo, you mind if we take a quick picture? And obviously the way I'm gonna act in the moment is like, yes, I'm supposed to be there. But this was the first time, so I quizzed him. And I was like, yo, like he was like, yeah, I fuck with your music. And I'm like, he could think I'm someone else though, right? And
I'm not Travis Scott, bro.
right?
I kick it.
And I'm like, yo, like, for real, like, what's your favorite song? Once the nigga said Shanghai Denim, I was like, oh, wow.
That's wild.
Like, it was like, yo, like, because I'm not there yet. In my mind, I'm like, I'm not there yet. So to have an interaction like that, it's like nerve-wracking a little bit, you know? Because I'm sitting with my main nigga, and he saw it for the first time too. And it probably was a realization moment for both of us at the point in time where it's like, we're getting there. Because this kid is in college, and I'm like,
He's bumping your shit. bro.
who knows? Exactly, but who knows? You never know who's watching. And that's why it's always important to kind of just be who you are, you know? Because even when you have an interaction with someone like that who could be a day one, it's like, all right, now this person is going to always remember that before the come up, right? So getting back to Germany, when she did that, like I said, I still acted, you know, accordingly. But in my mind, it still is like, sure, hell yeah, right? Because I'm not there yet to where it's just casually, I'm just outside and paparazzi waiting for me. All right, I'm not there yet. So there's steps to that. We take the picture, right? Parker already went downstairs to be in the cage area where like I was gonna like perform, right? Setting up the sound stuff, right? I get handed the mic 10 minutes before. Now follow me. I get handed the mic 10 minutes before, and they're like, are you finna go on in 10 minutes? Right? I'm like, all right, say that. I'm standing on like the stairs that's going down like 5 minutes before, and I'm like, to make sure I can hear myself, but there's already loud music being played, so I can't hear. I'm like, all right, well, during my intro, I should be able to hear it, right? Now, keep in mind, I was at an area where I knew the mic goes this far, because what did I do during rehearsal? I tried it. It gets to like my intro. Check. Silence. I'm like, should not turn it on, gang. Right? Now, keep in mind, this building is like a place where downstairs you may receive text messages, but them bitches not sending. Parker's downstairs. I'm receiving text messages, and I can tell when he's frustrated when his text is in all caps. Right? My texts aren't sending. Like, nigga, the mic isn't on. What do you want me to do? Because I had a specific image for the walk down. Keep in mind, Philip is filming everything. I wanted to walk down with 8 big ass Germans behind me wearing all black and I'm wearing white. Right? It's like the intro, mafia shit.
Damn.
We walk down, these niggas walk past me in the stairs, go into the crowd, and I continue to do the first song. It's fucking that up right now with this mic not being turned on. It gets to the point to where people are trying to come up the stairs and they're seeing that now I'm here. They're like, oh shit, he's here. Like, they're not going back down, right? There was a girl that is like walking. I'm like, get your ass, like, come on. Now, because now, people that know me, it's like, it's showtime. It's time to get this shit going, right?
X is no longer in the building.
And it gets to the point where Parker's like, yo, you gotta just calm down. Yo, I walk down, I'm like, look, let's just at least just like my homies just walk me down almost like it's like an escort. Now at this point, I'm standing right next to Parker. Parker is livid. Parker is like furious, like, I don't understand what's happening. It's not my fault. And I was just like extremely still. Good catch.
Dog, that shit
Right?
slammed on you.
Yeah, that
Sorry,
shit-
dog.
no, that shit
Continue
hit.
your story of German and all the
Got you.
Frankenfurts and the Ustenslagers.
Ustenschlagers.
Yo,
Nigga.
all right, 10 sec.
No, listen. So basically, we now I'm like right next to Parker. I'm just standing at where like the DJs are, but now my energy is very different. I'm super still. Now I'm gonna explain why. The things weren't going the way we wanted them to, so it's obviously frustrating. But my mom told me something years ago when I used to play basketball, and that's when you're not at the point where it's like things are going well on the court, that's when people are looking at you most.
Mm-hmm.
So
Facts.
as an artist, when I'm clearly not performing, but I'm in the building, if I were to be emotionally upset and emotionally visibly like frustrated, now the people in the crowd might be able to see that and it could throw the vibe off for the rest of the show. So I'm just still. Because that's exactly what I was thinking of is just be calm and don't show any emotion, right? I'm still, and I wasn't thinking all the positive things, but I wasn't saying anything. It took for 20 minutes went by. It felt like an hour and a half. 20 minutes went by, and then it took for a random person who we didn't know at all to walk in the building, right? Walked in the building, and this man ended up fixing FL Studios, right? I don't know how we did it.
No. Let me preface something.
Parker, break
This-
it down, bro.
Was not my fault.
Let me preface also, I didn't say it was his fault.
Yeah, no, I just want to say, because, so basically what happened was that there was a port on a receiving end of like, I don't know how to describe this. When there's a wireless mic, there's like a receiver that you get with a wireless mic, right? And this was hooked up to the DJ board and my computer, right? And I guess since the time that we left rehearsal to when we went and ate, something had changed. Someone pressed something, someone pressed a button, something happened. And because when we left, it was working. Everything was fine. Like everything was great. I was like, yo, we should have no problems coming back, right? We get back, and as soon as I click the signal, I'm like, I'm not hearing any feedback, nothing. Like, but the signal's coming through.
Right.
Like I'm seeing the mic when he talks into it,
You're
it's
seeing
coming
the
through.
audio bounce, right?
And I'm like, what's going on? Right? And come to find out, like, I guess while Nettie or someone was while Nettie was DJing, someone was there, something happened, pressed a button on the receiving end of the receiver for the wireless mic, was on the wrong channel the whole time. It's on the wrong channel and something happened. And it just, that's what was wrong. Someone came in and fixed it and everything was straight.
Keep in mind, I don't understand the logistics behind this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, if A plus B don't equal C, which means the mic's turned on with the auto-tune, I'm not hearing nothing.
Bro, you're the creator, bro.
Right?
You're not supposed to do none of that.
I'm like, so people could tell when they look in my eyes, don't say it unless it's ready. And Parker was like definitely seeing that energy, right? But long story short, once that mic gets turned on, which it does, flip of a switch, now I'm in a mode, right?
Right.
The first song was totally about releasing all that energy that I previously had for 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I did 10 on a Jersey, and I was really just focused on my voice, focused on capturing kind of like the auto-tune and releasing all that other shit.
Right.
By the time I hit the second and third song, now I'm feeling out the venue, seeing the place that I want to be elevated at, right? Because it's not just like one stage. There's plenty of places that I can stand, that I can be in front of different people. So I locate the places where there's the most people, and by that fourth and fifth song, my shirt is off. By that sixth song, my shoes are off.
Damn.
And now I'm in it to where I can see 30 kids and I'm feeling like I got crowd control over 30. And then I'm seeing 20 to 15 down here that are just watching.
Hold on. Where did these articles of clothing go, bro? Just slapping it on like German.
I'm not gonna lie. So I'm standing on top of something. Yo, the shirt, I don't know where the shirt went. I found it later. but I threw that bitch. The shoes were directly right below me, right? I'm standing on some shit, raging, bopping my head, right? By that second to last and last song, it's crazy because now I'm extremely, like, the interaction is super authentic with these German kids, right? Like, these kids are just in it, right? And it was a crazy realization moment after, because what happened after was the whole reason why I booked the trip there. There was 5 kids that reached down with their Spotify searches like this. That was the whole reason why I went. To make 5 supporters that I didn't have previously, a new supporter.
Right.
Right? And
That's
it was
the
made
point.
for me right then and there, because the reason this whole year, you know, for us, me and Parker specifically, is about getting more exposure, right? So if I have to go fly 12,000 miles, you know, if I have to go fly 12 hours to gain that, I will, you know, because I'm working a consistent job to invest in myself,
100%.
right? And this year is about taking the bigger risks. No risk, no glory.
You got to, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna interject real I'm gonna
Real?
interject real quick.
Hey, that was Amigos talking
No,
for
it
you right
was.
there.
That
I'm gonna drink
Casamigos.
real quick.
That you gotta go home. No, but in all seriousness though, like what you're doing and like this whole group is kind of doing on a bigger sense is, I'm not gonna say unseen, but y'all think like we have investors, y'all think we got money behind us. We ain't got shit.
nah.
Like we really come from nothing, like really, really nothing. And like everything that we've built has been straight off of sweat fucking equity.
Ground up.
And like none of this shit is guaranteed, by the way.
Yeah.
Nothing in life is guaranteed.
Yeah.
We all know that. But like we're doing this shit not for the clout, not for the money, but strictly for the passion.
Yeah.
And like everyone that like we're tapping into is truly seeing the vision. But like this is something I was talking to like the RCA rep, for example. Like you don't see a lot of up and coming artists booking their own damn tours
Yeah.
out of the States.
Yeah.
That's next level shit that like you're doing by yourself.
Yeah.
Which like
That's you owning your own shit, bro.
no real shit though, but like you're not realizing it, bro. But like you're gonna compound all of this in the next 2 to 3 years. And your negotiations with labels is gonna be very, very different. I'm gonna tell you that. Because you're already tapping into regions in Germany, London, Australia,
Yeah.
New Zealand,
Yeah.
China.
Shanghai.
I mean, like, I could keep going. And, like, this is no money behind you.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way, bro. Cheers to X, all the way up. I really have faith in you, bro. My brother is Arman. Obviously, we met today, bro.
Yeah.
But I really do see a future in you, bro. Like I told you, like I don't just say I fuck with a song.
Yeah.
Like Arman knows me, bro.
Right.
Like I'm too realistic. I'm too straight with it, bro. If I fuck with it, I'm gonna fuck with it all the way, and I'm gonna hype you up all the way.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I don't fuck with it, you ain't gonna hear nothing from me. That's why I told Parker, I said your beats are dumb, bro, in a good way.
Yeah.
And I told you, bro, like I see it, bro. It's different. It's not alike to what everyone else is doing. Even though I kind of compared you to like Playboy Cardi, Ken Carson, you're on a different wave, bro.
Yeah.
So cheers to you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You're gonna make it all the way up there.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna watch that shit
We
on
all
the
are.
side,
We
bro.
all
No,
are.
we all are, dog. Come on. It's easy
You don't
money
be-
right there.
I got a quick question for
Backstage
Parker
everywhere I
over
go.
here.
Yeah.
How's your experience been working with X? Because like knowing X and everyone else knowing X, I'm pretty sure everyone gets a different version of him, right? But like the raw, unfiltered X that's like in the studio from like 6-7 hours in, you're over here cussing him out because of this one punch in type shit. You know what I mean? So like, give me that X, you feel me? And then on top of that too, like, how has working with him made you kind of expand on your shit too? Because I know like this wave that like he's on, you're kind of creating too, because like I haven't heard anyone make your type of beats before, bro.
Appreciate that.
Real shit. Shout out PXP, but like
Appreciate that.
you're creating a wave that like exists but doesn't exist. You get what I'm saying? Like with the whole Cardi shit and this opium vibe, but like it's beyond that. You
It's
get
a
what I'm saying?
different
There's a
vibe, bro.
different element to it that like we can't put our name on it because like it's new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I fuck with it. So what the fuck is going on up here when you cooking in the lab? You know what I mean? Not to give the sauce out, but
Damn, man. To describe it like in the best word, working with X, honestly, it's just a movie, bro. Like, just honestly, just a movie. Like, sometimes, the best way I can explain this is sometimes I feel like I've been so attuned to the grind that he has put with me that I feel like I'm on autopilot.
Right.
Like, I feel like I am so attuned to making a sound that I know is so good, has potential, on autopilot because he has put that grind mindset in me.
Right.
Like, not like, I explain it like, I feel like his work ethic rubs off on everyone he's around. Like, and that's like the best thing for an artist, especially. You never really see stuff like that. Like, that's very rare to see in an artist. And honestly, that mentality has really affected me as a producer. Just pumping out as many beats as I can in one session, you know?
Right.
And like sometimes like I'll be making something so crazy and I won't even realize it until afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the moment that you realize that you're making something special and that you are in a whole other world. Like
100%.
You come so like attuned and accustomed to what you're surrounded by that you are in it and you don't even realize it.
It's like a flow state, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You hit a flow state
Yeah.
and you're in like a different type of consciousness.
No, exactly.
Now I gotta ask you this. Did you make that one song that I've been fucking with?
Yeah.
Honey Bunch, what up there?
Yes, sir.
Put
yes,
it on
sir.
the hand. Dog
sir.
shit, bro.
And
Hey, someone play that song right now. Dog.
another thing I wanted to say about that song specifically and just about
That song's a banger.
producing in general is that you don't always have to try so hard. I think this is actually something that 50 instilled in me, especially, is that you don't have to try so hard to make greatness. And like, I realized that when I'm combining artists from all around the world, producers from all around the world, I'm using their melodies with drums.
Right.
Like, you know, taking shortcuts. If you take the right shortcuts and know what you're doing is something special, like that's when you make something crazy. And like, I feel like bringing different genres or different sounds from all across the world is something so important that you don't really see. Now that it's starting to develop, obviously, with more producers now, but I feel like that is the most important thing, is like creating something that you know has potential and that you know you love. If you're making something that you're not passionate about, some people may like it, you know, people will like it, but like, will you like it? You know what I mean? That's the most important thing.
What are you doing it for?
No, you gotta do what you love, bro, for yourself. So you feel like you never work a day in your life.
Exactly.
As they say, bro. I ain't trying to feel like I'm working every day of my life, bro. I ain't doing no 9 to 5. Brother, I'm gonna do what I love, Parker.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Master 9000. I've been telling you this, bro.
Yeah.
In the back before we started, what I tell you, I said, brother, without production, there is nothing. There is no artist. There is no celebrity. There is no anything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So again, to the people we have in the industry, also other rappers, singers listening, watching to us, well, take care of your production, bro.
Yeah.
You guys need them, bro. Do not ever take advantage of your production. Javi, I love you, dog. Straight up.
Shout out
No
Javi.
cousins, bro.
Shout out. Javi.
No Diddy, bro. By the way, speaking of Diddy, the Didinator, the Diddler, what's going on with, what's gonna crack with Diddy, bro? Hold on, I have to bring it down here. I gotta bring it back right here.
Hold on.
Arman, I'm throwing it on you.
Crazy.
What's
Why do
going
I
on
get
with
hit with
Diddy?
a Diddy trap?
Okay. We're
baby
going to
oil?
X then. X is the rapper.
No.
What's gonna crack with Diddy, bro?
Yo.
X doesn't want to answer either. Parker, what's going on with Diddy, dog?
I'm Team 50, so it ain't no Diddy.
Shit.
I'm chilling, Diddy ain't no Diddy at all, bro.
Okay, Arman, you gotta answer that
I
question,
mean,
Gank. What's going on with fucking?
If y'all want to know what's going on with Diddy, honestly, the best thing I can say is just check out 50 Cent's Instagram page.
Yeah, bro.
Y'all would honestly,
All you gotta do is scroll.
all you
bro.
gotta go
you got
is type on
content for
Instagram,
hours, bro.
type
Like,
50
Okay,
and
let's get to-
CENT.
Real quick, serious question. Who saw the Sinners here?
No,
I have not. We got some beautiful women lined up, and we got some
Literally,
things in
bro.
queue.
Oh
so
my
do
God,
not
I need to go see
spoil
that shit with
anything.
them.
Bro,
But
I'm
I
about to
heard
spoil-
Sinners
Hold on.
is
I'm about to
great.
spoil everything right
Don't.
now. Dog.
No, please do that.
I'm gonna storm out of this bitch.
So this is how it ends. No, I'm just kidding. You gotta watch it,
gotta
bro.
watch it.
Trust me. When I watched that shit, I called every single African American brother I had in the planet, and I said, I'm joining the Black Panthers. When you watch, hold on. When you watch this movie, you'll understand why I said this, bro. When I was watching it, I was like, these
He's a nigga,
motherfuckers.
bro.
I was like, bro,
Isn't
these
the-
southern mother.
Isn't
bro,
the director Armenian? Hold on, shout out.
Nah. What are you
Ryan
talking
Coogler.
about?
Ryan Coogler, he's black. Don't do that. Ryan Coogler,
Yeah.
Michael B.
Yes.
Jordan, connect. He's
Yes.
black.
Okay, okay.
These are niggas.
No, but there's an Armenian
Yes.
part of this. Though.
Ryan
No,
Coogler.
there is an Armenian. No, there's an Armenian
There's
producer,
an
I
Armenian
think.
producer in
Something
this.
Ohanian, I think.
Hold on, now we gotta really
Search it up. No, we got an Armenian up in this bitch.
If
too.
he is there, hell yeah. But
Shout
Ryan
out,
Coogler,
bro.
you did that shit, nigga.
No,
From Oakland. I'm pretty
Nah.
sure he's from Oakland.
Shout out, Oakland.
bro, go
Hey, shout
watch
out
it.
Bobby
Hey,
Brackens.
X, you're gonna fuck
Shout
with it, bro.
out,
It's
shout
heavy.
out,
Hello,
Bobby.
If you
motherfucking
like
Brackens.
something that has a deep meaning, also with a mix of that paranormal, supernatural, bro, you're
No,
gonna
I-
fuck
no,
with
I-
that shit,
To
bro.
be honest, I'm not like, I haven't
Sev
gone to the movie theater.
Ohanyan.
Ape.
Sinners
Ape
produced.
Badev.
Yo.
Ape Badev.
Yo, that's right.
Ape
Shout out to
Badev. He's an
Ohanyan.
Ape.
Shout out to our
Listen,
Armenians. my
Sinners
right here.
produced by Sev Ohanyan dominated the box office
Sev.
and earned the number one spot. with
Ran that shit.
Shout out,
5.1.
Sev.
Sev walked
Thank
down
you,
on
sir.
that film. No bad.
You already know you
Hey,
never have a bad
also-
time with an
I haven't seen it, I
Armenian.
already
Lock
know.
the fuck in.
You seen it?
No, I said I haven't seen it. I already know.
Hey,
So I didn't want to. Okay, look, I know that Diddy was a little too much.
No.
So let's bring it back to something a little chill. We dropped the Sinners to cool it off. So I'm gonna keep it with something. I'm gonna keep it on a mellow note. X, would you rather be rich or respected? I'm gonna keep it mellow, dog. This is mellow for me.
I'm gonna say
Take a shot to this shit.
damn, that's
Man.
hard. Hold on, you gotta think about this, bro.
This ain't hard for me. This is a very
Hold on.
simple question. X,
Is it one or the other?
would you
For
rather
the rest
be
of your life?
rich?
Or
Yes,
respected?
you have to choose. Do you want to be rich or do you want to be respected?
And
we're
you're
gonna
not
ask
saying
everybody
And
this
you're not
shit.
saying that. I'm not supposed to ask questions. I'm just gonna answer it.
Bro, do what you want to do, dog.
Like-
this is your
like-
platform. I told you.
If I'm respected, are you saying that basically I can't get rich?
Brother, now you're doing some gymnastics.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Are we talking hypothetical?
because
No, this is the question. Would you rather be rich
Or respected.
or respected? These are your two choices on the table. You have to choose one.
I'd rather be rich.
And look, and it ain't gonna take away from could you get to something through the other thing.
okay, then
could you get-
respected.
Respect it, yeah.
Put it right there. Backwards though. Shit. You two backwards right here.
Respected.
Parker from far away backwards. Listen, bro. Arman, rich or respected?
In this generation, rich. Because nobody gives a fuck about respect, morals, or principles.
He was not thinking he was about to say that.
I was not
He
thinking
was
I was
not.
about to, he was
Hey,
about
he
to
was
say
not.
that.
But there's
But I liked
always
your answer.
room
Hold on.
for
Everybody
improvement.
watching this. Everybody watching
Wait,
this.
Break it down for them.
Question this
Real shit,
nigga.
though.
Yeah, question him.
I got
shit, though.
to. I
No,
got
it's
to.
it's about this though. Like I don't give a fuck about respect anymore. Because we live in a generation where, like, we don't have respect. There is no respect. So it's like, to me, I'd rather be rich because we live in a generation where everyone's two-faced. Like, we keeping it a buck, right? Only thing in this generation that really does matter is money. Everybody in this generation truly cares about materialistic shit.
That's partly true. Yeah.
It's social media's fault.
Like
And
this is
hate
why I
to knock
asked
it.
you if I can get there.
You're
like-
you're trying to do the brothernometry.
exactly.
To see if you can
Because
get
look,
through
bro,
it. I
look,
feel you.
Respect. Look, I mean, we grew up on that shit. You feel me? Like,
Bro, don't even
I'm
get
an
me
old
started.
soul, so like, respect obviously goes a long fucking way. Your name is everything,
Yeah.
right? Your honor, your integrity is everything. But again, the reason I say rich is because we live in a generation where, like, we've dealt with so many people. I don't even want to say the name, Mr. Vegas man.
Yeah.
You feel me? That be acting like they got it all, but it's faking it.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
respect, really, honestly, like, in this generation is shaky.
I feel like that could be changed though.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like there's always like
Room for
deep-
improvement
There's always
in the
deeper
world.
things like
You know,
to be respected. To me, like I'm always knowing that regardless in any room I step in, I'll have that, right?
Mhm.
So in any room I step in, if I have someone's respect and I treat someone with the same respect that I hold for myself or that I want to be treated with,
adds value.
then I'm gonna get all the other things inevitably later in life,
Facts.
right? Now, yes, there might be a certain extent of people in this generation that treated with less, right? I'm not gonna say everyone because I haven't been enough places.
I mean, we live in LA, so mind you, folks watching that don't live in LA. I am pretty fucking traumatized with LA.
Yeah.
No more parties in LA.
Definitely no more.
LA
It's
has
rough out here.
LA
It's
has
rough in LA.
LA does have its fair
rough in
share,
LA.
but you are who you hang around. So
100%.
you know,
You are the sum of the 5 people you're around.
yeah.
I mean, you say that, but like, then what do you say to the entrepreneurs that gotta throw themselves in every mix?
Listen, bro, listen. My grandpa had a good saying. He said, money. So we're talking about bless you to my
Bless you.
producer.
Shout
We
out.
appreciate our producers, so we
Yes.
tell him bless you on
We
the,
shout them out every single time.
on
Shout
the
out.
fucking pod, dog. And we ain't finna take this out. Please appreciate your producers
Oh yeah.
and your
Yes, yes,
cameraman, etc. This is
Yes,
what we're
yes,
getting at.
Yeah.
My grandpa had a good saying. Coming to the conversation we're having, right? Money is such a dirty thing. It make the disrespected respected and the respected disrespected.
Mhm.
Think about that for a second.
I like that. Run that back.
Hold on.
yeah,
Money
say that
is
again.
such a dirty thing. It'll make the disrespected respected and the respected disrespected.
Yeah, that's
Now
true.
think about that again. If you were to ask me this question,
Yeah. Let me ask you
myself this
What are you
question.
saying? Would you
Respect.
rather be?
respect, bro. Because with respect, if I'm rich, if let's say I'm rich, right? And listen, here's the thing. I don't need to agree with everybody, bro.
Yeah.
I need to know that you're pure. I don't give a flying fuck about what you got. I don't give a fuck about your materialism. I don't give a fuck that you're rolling like this and like that. Fuck that, homie.
Money
Let's-
can't buy love.
Exactly. Let's look at each other spiritually and let's see who's getting to what. So, back to this question real quick. I was getting on my Dr. fucking Sebi vibes, but we're going to bring it back
Maximillion.
right here. When you got respect, bro, it's a different vibe. It's a different feel. You can walk in and do different things. When you got money, though, bro, people will flip on you in half a second, bro,
Facts.
to take that money from you. But if somebody respects you, type shit, right? If someone respects you, nobody's gonna try to fuck you over, bro.
Sure.
But when it comes to money, bro, it's a different thing because now you're dealing with people who's just their
Greedy.
focus is money.
Right.
But when you got someone with respect, when they walk in, they're like, no, bro, I have respect for this person. He cared for my children. He taught my kids this and that. He was a coach. He was a mentor. It's a different type of way you're gonna be getting reciprocation from the world.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Think about
Chakras, the energy, the manifestation, all coming back to you on some good shit, bro.
I agree.
think about
So that's
how far
that's
we've
all I gotta
come
say.
with no money.
Yeah.
Parker, break it down, bro. I want to hear what you gotta
That's
say.
what I'm saying. Think about how far we've come with no money.
Facts.
Right?
And
Like,
that's
saying,
And
like,
we've come this far off of purely respect.
yes.
Right.
exactly.
So, and bro, again, my answer, like, it wasn't to knock the fact of respect. I mean, anyone that actually fucking knows me should know that, like, I'm the only person
You
that
stand on
walks
that.
with that
100%.
shit.
No.
Like, I wear respect on my chest, and that's how it's supposed to be. But again, we live in such a generation that unfortunately everything's become transactional.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's what I agree with.
That's
That's what I was
true.
saying.
And that
can
is
agree with
why
that too.
I'm
G, bro.
saying I prefer rich because at least I know why you're here. You understand?
Exactly.
At least I know why people are here. And this is like, bro, I'm at a point in my life where like I don't need more friends. You get what I'm saying? I got my core group. We got our solids,
Yeah.
and we're pushing. Anyone that adds on to us is obviously always accepted and always like one
Welcome.
of us.
Yeah.
But like everybody has their core homies that like you just know that, yo, these are the people that like, you know,
Till the end.
till the end. Bro, me and homie, we were running sand dunes 6 a.m. with his pops yakking. You know what I mean? Like
Break it down. What's a sand dune, bro?
So
Talking to an Armenian from Burbank, dog.
Malibu.
Malibu sand dunes. So shout out Coach Davis, a dad to everybody, would pick me up Saturdays, Sundays, damn near too sometimes. Pick me up with X sleeping in the back. Take us to Yum Yum Donuts. Literally routine, bro. When I say this man stuck to routined. Yum Yum Donuts, 6 a.m. 6:15 we left that hoe. On our way to Malibu. Malibu sand dunes. If you ain't been, you should go. It's a hill, bro. How high would you say that hill is?
I don't even know. That shit high though.
It's like 30, 40 feet high.
That's
Sand,
high.
and this is like sand dune steep, bro. And my fat ass at the time, bro, I couldn't go. So, you know, Coach Davis over here like, Arman, get your ass on. Move. And I was just like, I'm trying. He's like, you're not trying hard enough. I was like, ah. But like, me and him have gone through so much in a different scope that like I've kind of been able to like see him grow into the human that he is. You get what I'm saying? So like I want to invest into people like that rather than people, and I'm not knocking people I just meet, but it's just like we live in such a world where it's just like you don't know what to expect from people anymore.
Yeah.
You really don't, because of the fact that we live in a transactional society. Yeah. Unless you have something, I don't see people approaching you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's only out of like country. Out of the USA, it's more genuine.
Yeah.
So anyone that's not in the USA.
Not even out of USA. Go to South Carolina, bro.
Oh yeah, down south. You can't knock south. Southern is lit.
I took my boy to Atlanta. We were there for a wedding, bro. Gee, listen to this.
Georgia lit.
So it's me and another Armenian brother. Dog, me and the homie are in a Medea movie right now, bro. We are the only white-skinned brothers up in this bitch. But here's the thing. They don't know we're Armenian type shit, you know? The only thing they can tell is like, wait, hold on. This isn't the regular white person we're used to seeing. I'm out there with a cigarette posted like this on the block. Phone falling and shit. Slick back.
Slick back.
The homie walks into a bathroom, I remember, and he's like washing his hand and shit. And then some person pulls up to him and he's like, how are you, brother? How are you doing? This and that. And he comes to me confused, bro, tripping on life. He's like, bro, someone just said hi to me. I'm like, bro, this isn't bitch ass LA, bro. People got respect out here. People got hospitality. You feel me?
Yeah.
You need to relax.
Shout out Arizona.
Exactly. Like just other places. I don't know about if Arizona's like that, but it's conservative state. I do know that.
No, ASU knows how to take care of its own.
Okay, let's
shout out to ASU.
Just get drunk.
Shout out to ASU.
So let's make it even more mellow right now. I know I gave a mellow question before. I'm gonna give you an even mellower question right now. 500K or lunch with Jay-Z? And I'm gonna answer as my boy Charleston White said, man, fuck Jay-Z. I'm gonna take the $500,000.
Yeah. For that, what are you saying? What you saying?
I was gonna say.
You saying dinner?
I was like, I'm taking dinner with 50 Cent.
I'm talking about Jay-Z, bro. Look, shout out to Jay-Z. Ain't nothing on him, bro.
I'm taking
$500K
right now.
What is that dinner gonna get you?
Right now, bro. Charleston White right now walks in the room and he offers it to you.
500K.
Like,
I'll take that 500K.
That's what I'm
tweaking.
I'm taking 5 because like,
what is Jay-Z gonna tell me?
I'm not gonna lie. It's not that, but there's plenty like 500K would do a lot right now.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That like Jay-Z at dinner.
But that's what I'm saying.
Will come eventually anyway.
And imagine you have to close the tab too when Jay-Z's out here getting like the craziest tequilas and shit. But like Jay, bro.
Let's be so the fuck real though. Like a dinner with Jay-Z. Everyone keeps talking about this shit. What the fuck? And I get this. Any game that Jay-Z could realistically give you that could be useful, you are not going to have the fucking money or the power or the resources to actually use that.
I mean, he'll tell you
anything,
what he probably
anything
told
that
himself.
he could tell you.
Or unless Jay's like, hey, I'm investing you type
that's
shit.
Different.
That's like,
different.
I'm not out here waiting.
But like, I'm talking about like whatever you
different.
could learn off of Jay-Z, you could learn yourself. You could self-teach yourself. And that's one thing people need to understand that like.
No, with someone like Jay-Z, I'm going to give it to Jay-Z because he's a G in the game, bro.
Facts.
This is what it is. There may be some things he might tell you in that moment where you're like, damn. But exactly, fool, I don't got that money. Hey, yo, Jay, you going to double that 500K because I didn't take that 500K, or you're going to leave it at that? So it's like, obviously, I'm going to go with the 500K, bro.
Look, bro. Y'all don't know this. At the lounge we was at with 50, I brought this shit up. I literally brought this shit up.
You did?
I brought the joke. I was like, yo, piss. I was like, you know what I'm feeling? I was drunk too. I don't know why I brought this shit up. I was like, bro, you know that whole question with like 500K or dinner with Jay-Z? I was like, I'd much rather have a dinner with you, dog. And he started cracking up and he goes like, oh, word? I was like, yeah. And I was like, so what you got to say? And bro, homie put game because I'm not gonna say everything, but no, like what he really told me in that moment about like that whole dinner shit, about that whole 500K or having that dinner shit. He said he would obviously want to pick the money. Like that is the wisest decision because you could obviously use that money to better yourself and further yourself.
100%.
Because shout out Jay-Z, definitely a fucking genius in the game.
Shout out Jay-Z,
you know,
bro.
I'm not knocking it. But at the end of the day, realistically, words are just words.
Yeah.
And you can invest in yourself with that money and push yourself a lot forward.
Yeah.
So
logically, probably the 500K.
that's what I'm saying, bro. But since we brought up Jay-Z,
Plus all the
let's talk about the person. So Jay-Z brought somebody in. Who did he bring in? Kanye.
Oh.
Bruh,
Yeah.
what's going on with Kanye? What's your guys' thoughts?
You know,
on
I'm
that,
not gonna
bro?
lie. Like, Ye musically will be separate from Ye personally. Like,
So
to
you're
me.
separating Kanye from Ye. That's what
Yeah,
you're pretty much doing.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Like,
It's gotten to that point.
I've known some.
It is, bro.
Like, I personally known some people that used to work with him, and as a creative, I'm not saying that his ways make sense per se, but you know, an artist is an artist at the end of the day, and I feel like I'm not justifying the crazy things he said, but I've heard how he can be irrational at times and
Spaz out.
hard to deal with, and like sometimes I can kind of relate to some shit like that, you know, because it's like when you're in a mode and you know, and no one else can really hear you, it's like, damn,
Everyone's watching them too.
you know. So it's like sometimes
All eyes are on you.
feels like his back's probably against the wall at times, but I do also think sometimes that he talks out of his ass for the publicity to get.
You think so?
No.
Bro, this
See,
nigga
but
was
that doesn't
on-
make sense.
I
It
feel
just
like-
doesn't make sense, bro. Why would a multi-billionaire, richest African American brother?
crashing out
Why though? Why would
Stay
you
alive,
do that,
in
bro?
my opinion.
to stay alive.
What do you mean stay alive, bro? The guy's a billionaire.
Which, okay. I'm not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist,
Staying
but I'm going to
alive.
say this. Kanye, and we heard this from Jamie Foxx's mouth via. You was there too. Kanye has always been ahead of his time.
100%.
Every single time.
Will stay staying in front of his time.
Always ahead of his motherfucking time. And so that's why exactly right now what I would say about Kanye is I'm going to sit back and see exactly what plays out. Because this man is a fucking genius, and we all know that. Right? So right now we're all thinking this is a genius gone mad. Like this motherfucker's lost his mind. But in reality, if it's a genius and he's trying to serve us something,
I don't know though. Like certain things you just don't say. Like
sure, but like I mean,
the
bro,
Holocaust shit, don't
right.
say.
But let me say this: if
Disrespecting
you
Virgil.
have a target on your back, right? How else can you stay relevant besides saying the most outlandish shit possible?
Don't make it right.
You know what?
It don't. I'm not
Exactly.
saying it, but I'm trying to say though, like
So you're trying to
there's
stay alive.
a point
Hold
that
on.
he's trying to keep himself relevant.
You know what comes to mind? Like you either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain.
And that's what he's doing.
And that's pretty much what I feel like maybe cracking with Ye. Maybe. But this is what I agree with you on, dog. Not Virgil, bro. Come on. Why are you,
That's what I'm saying,
you're
like-
saying some
Like-
crazy
like,
shit on Virgil?
There's been
bro.
certain statements that regardless on whatever music he's ever dropped, I'm never gonna be like, that's right.
No, I can
Like,
never
I don't give
either,
a fuck if a
bro.
nigga dropped Yeezus, Graduation, Life and Pop. It don't matter. Certain things. And here's my thing: is you always have a choice to what you say, and that's what he stands on is freedom of speech.
Mhm.
He always will mention how he's so grateful to go to Twitter and be able to say whatever he wants.
Fuck he wants.
But then at the same token, you get to,
Say that fucked up type
you
of
know,
shit,
it's like
bro. Yeah.
it's like also knowing
There's a
the
line.
knowing the influence you have, your words mean more than the next person.
He does music. He should know that the most.
I mean,
you
bro,
know what I
after
mean?
he
Like,
started that Hell Hitler shit in Georgia, there was a whole Ku Klux meeting
Yeah, like
see,
on the
like
freeway.
Text me.
that type of stuff influences people, bro. And you can't like. Is he trying to destroy the world, bro?
I mean,
like,
bro, this is what the early 90s, they was, politicking about music being such a
at the end of the,
influence on
at the end of the day, though, I do think dude is just trolling. I do think he's just like doing this shit
Yeah.
for attention based reasons.
but
I think he's doing this shit for attention seeking based reasons that like lead
because
to
of his
like
kids.
I don't fucking know why. It's not. I don't know why, but
think about his kids though. Like you got to think about it from their perspective too. Like
I don't know.
They're
why.
I
they're
just seen
young though, bro. Who's the oldest one? North?
but-
Northy?
exactly, but that's the whole point though. The think about how young they are and they're seeing what they're
True.
like seeing what their dad's doing. Like I don't know what I would react as a kid.
Bro, the
like,
one thing that I didn't really fuck with, just put all the obviously I didn't like a lot of the other stuff too, but when he was like shitting on Jay-Z's kids, like what the fuck did Jay-Z's kids have anything to do with you, bro? Like why did you take it there?
Like-
essentially.
Like an opinion is an opinion until it's disrespect.
Yeah, like you don't get to family, bro. Like you can, let's say like me and you have beef, right? For
Yeah,
example,
yeah.
I'm gonna be getting at you, bro. I ain't ever gonna bring up no
And that's
moms,
just
no
that's a
pops,
moral
no
that's a moral
kids.
thing.
Exactly, bro. Like bro,
He's
look,
like lost his
and
morals.
this
it
is
seems like.
and this is coming from me. I don't know if Arman knows, bro, but I'm like, Ye is. There's two artists, bro. If you ask me as an artist myself, who are the two artists you look up to? Michael Jackson
Yeah.
over everybody. And guess who?
Yeah.
Yay, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
But
one
it's
of my,
like, come on,
he's one
bro,
of my biggest influences too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's why I said I
In terms of
separate Ye
producing.
music and personally.
Yeah.
That's why I separate it, because I've yet to meet him, but like a part of me is a little bit hesitant, because like he could be like, yeah, nigga, you weak as hell.
Nah,
Wait,
yeah, he's not. He wouldn't be like that. I doubt he would.
He could easily be like, oh, you think you're
think
good?
you're nice?
You think you're nice? No, nigga, you suck.
This shit trash.
You suck. And he's totally entitled to be like that. But to a fan, which I still am of him at the end of the day, right? To like do that even unwarrantedly, to just tweak out on me, he has the capability of doing. We've seen he has the capability of doing a lot of things.
Of
You
course,
will be
but I
exiled.
guarantee you, I just feel like he wouldn't, bro. I feel like he would really fuck with your shit.
Guaranteeing that is that's a risk to take.
No, I
Homie,
mean,
I'm gonna take that upon
if we're
myself.
talking
Don't
about
even
just
trip
saying,
about it.
I
I
think
feel
Ye
like
would
he
fuck
would.
with your shit.
No, straight
I
up,
think it
bro.
would
If you
shine.
believe in
No,
yourself,
I don't think he won't, but
Come on.
I think there's the chance where he could do some shit. Like just tweak.
I mean, it depends the day you catch him on.
People that I know of that used to work with him, he'll just be like, yo, clear it. And they'll never be a part of his team ever again for no reason. They did nothing wrong. They barely spoke. But just because he can,
He does.
he does. And it's like, I don't think it's nothing per se personal,
Right.
but the nigga could just tweak out.
Damn. So let me ask you, what you dropping next?
So I've been thinking about that myself, man, because, you know, while we're traveling right now, doing Manifesto, I'm constantly still making new music. I'm going to say this openly. Cash Page, we need to lock in officially.
Yeah,
We need to either get an open set or just get in the studio, because I want to drop a song with her in the summer.
Not yet. Cash is.
I want to drop a song with her in the summer if I can. If I can do that, that's what's next on my mind. Now, if it's not, I'm thinking of dropping, I've already thought kind of like, basically, I got some songs with Kid Hazel. There's a song called, I'm not going to say it, but I got some shit. But I got some shit with Kid Hazel that is crazy, that have been on my mind. But it really depends, because we could go to Paris Fashion Week in a month and we could meet some people.
Right.
And who knows what's after that.
Right.
I'm taking things one day at a time. But I'm still, Manifesto is being pushed. Manifesto is definitely being pushed. still.
Manifesto, I'm pretty sure that's short for manifestation.
Exactly.
I call it manifestation destination, because you want to manifest it to get to that destination
That's
that you're trying to
facts.
get to, bro.
Hell yeah.
And like I told you before, bro, you finna get to it, bro.
Hell yeah.
Another one of my mellow questions. Do people actually grow and change, or they become better at hiding who they truly were?
Oh.
It's an easy question,
It's-
bro. It's,
it's-
calm, nothing crazy.
But it's not, it
A little bit of
is,
both.
It's
exactly.
both.
It's situational. It is based upon different people. That question. I can't pinpoint it towards.
It's
a vast
situational,
amount.
like you're saying. Like it's, you can't say it for everybody.
Yeah,
Some
exactly.
people may change.
Exactly.
Some people
I've
may
seen-
just be a chameleon
I've
with
seen
it.
both. We all have seen both.
Yep.
So it is dependable.
It goes on to the person. I'll say this. I think we all grow. I think we all learn how to like use our powers for the better or the worst.
Mm-hmm.
And it just comes down to who the person is.
Yeah.
Because like we obviously all could learn to manipulate a situation for worse or better. Right? So that just comes down to, at the end of the day, who are you as a person and decisions you make.
Yeah.
Truly.
In my opinion, bro, it's people. If you're born some way, you stay that way. Type shit.
I feel like I read that somewhere. It was like a baby rat doesn't grow up to change to be a different animal. It
But-
grows up to be a big ass rat.
What do you say?
I agree with both. You know, like it really depends, because at this you can change and think that you're changing so much, but at the same time you haven't changed at all.
Exactly.
But it's really all in your own head.
It's true.
I have a question.
Break it down.
There's so many new producers coming out every day, just as artists, right?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you kind of like set yourself to be different? Like, what's the mindset that you got to be in knowing? Because this is the same as sales. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a fucking 500 people are going to call that client the same day. Same for you. So, like, what is that mindset where it's just like, you got to differentiate yourself from everything?
Creating something that I've never heard before.
Experiment.
Always experimenting, even if sometimes it doesn't sound good. Like sometimes, like I was talking with Philip in Germany, and we were talking because, you know, film and music go hand in hand a lot.
Right.
Sometimes you have to fuck something up so hard in order for it to sound good.
For that shit to click.
Got you.
And like, I feel like I have fucked up so many beats and just made shit distorted or fucking make it like way too loud than it needs to be just for it to like all come together in the end. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and I feel like it also comes down to finding new sounds. I feel like as a producer, I still try and I'm trying every day to like buy new plugins that I haven't heard of before or something. If I see an ad for something that's like a new plugin that could sound crazy, I'd be like, oh shit, you know, like always thinking of new ways to make something that no one's heard before.
Yeah.
So
that's what's going to differentiate you from the rest.
How does that relate to you in the artist world?
The chemistry from like knowing that like you can be beside someone that equally is as creative, if not, you know, more in ways, because being able to like push a level that like you don't necessarily even at times even get inspo from.
Right.
Like you have to think so outside the box, but like be confident in yourself to know that it's a boundary that leads to like the sky being the limit, you know? And I realized that earlier on with me and Parker is like the chemistry that we kind of built over time, it grew really fast. It grew really fast because we both weren't afraid to try something new.
And keep in mind, we started at the same time.
Yeah.
Like the exact same time. As soon as I started making beats is when he started.
Like first hopped on a mic, you know?
And those are the best collaborations, bro. You guys are like you guys are riding the wave together.
And we still are. And we still are. But it was like the early points, like this is like, it's been like only 2.5 years or so.
I mean,
you know, so it feels like it feels like longer because of a lot of time being spent, but still so much to learn.
Right.
You know, being a student of the game is like extremely like important.
I learn new stuff about FL Studio every single day.
Right.
When you are doing something you're passionate about, you'll forget that you're like just doing it. It's like it just becomes second nature.
Exactly.
It's like muscle memory when I now am in the process of like creating a song, and if it's something where my ADHD eyes could tell that it's something I've done before, revert to the next thing.
Right.
You know, so
you don't even realize that you're like putting all that effort into it too, because you love it, bro.
it doesn't feel like effort. It's kind of like now became a thing where
It's love, bro.
the safe space is a studio.
Exactly.
So when the safe space is a studio, it's easy to get caught
Right.
in just like a time loop, you know?
Right.
So we got to wrap up in a bit, bro. We've been out here for a minute. We got some good convos going on. Just want to bring up 2 quick things.
Yeah.
So you're coming up, X. A lot of people are going to want to know, bro. Politically, what do you think's going on with the world, bro? Do you align yourself with anything? Do you care? Do you not care? Are you someone who's just like,
Look,
let them do it?
I'm going to say this publicly. My mom, not a Trump fan. And I stand with whatever she got, while at the same time, stay out of it. Because, yes, I live in America and it's a part of my life, but that's a red zone, you know? And as an artist, I don't want to always put myself in a situation where I got to pick a side. So I personally like to step out of it.
As management, we plead the fifth.
That's smart, bro. But one thing that you said that I really respect is that you're doing with your mom. Like you're rolling with your mom,
Yeah,
bro.
my Duke's over everything, so yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody who's watching this, please appreciate your moms. They're very, very important in our lives.
Hey, Mother's Day is coming up.
Mother's Day
Sunday.
is
Mother's Day
coming
is
up.
coming up.
I know I already got my reservation.
Get your mom some. Get your mom
Get
some,
an
man.
edible arrangement.
That's what I'm saying.
Get my Duke some flowers, some something. nigga.
Parker, what the fuck you got going on at your crib?
Get my Dukes a card. Actually,
couple at a
if you can't buy a card, nigga,
What?
get some paper and write some shit down.
Yeah, that's an edible arrangement.
You on my Duke's tweaking.
Irregardless, since we got Mother's Day coming up, I want to say God bless all our mothers all across the world.
Yes.
I love every single mom in this world that's raised a good son. I swear. It's all love right here. You guys got anything you want to say before we wrap up?
Shit, man. Manifesto out right now. Stay tuned. Buckle your seatbelts, cause
There's an album brewing.
watch this journey. Watch this journey unfold, man, cause it's gonna be something special. The doc has already started 2 years ago.
Shit.
So
Arman, my Lenlaganti brother, break it down before we put it down, bro.
I mean, shit. If you don't know, you will soon enough.
100%.
And if you know, then you know.
I love
Boat rocks both ways, baby, and we just here with the wave.
100%.
So, Rolling Stones.
And that's the first episode of 1 in a Million. X, thank you for coming out.
1 in a milli.
That's what it is. 1 in a Million.
Sign
And we out.
1 in a milli featuring Xrarest, boy. You know what I'm saying, man. We out this bitch.
Shit.